So Tulane went well until a little bit of a speed bump called Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Really interesting perspective from you being in the middle of it. Talk about that.
Yeah, growing up through in Louisiana, as a kid, I had a great childhood and playing little league football and stuff. And then I get to college, and then it really starts. You see the up and downs of life and how it takes you, and how God can carry you throughout situations. And so my freshman year, had a lot of success. The first game I got to start, I broke some records and stuff. I had this one game against Army, and I had like almost 300 all-purpose yards. And I kind of burst onto the scene as, okay, this guy is going to be a guy who can, possibly make it to the NFL, and that's at a freshman start. I got 3 more years to go of college, and so then my sophomore year hits, and we're in camp, and you see Hurricane Katrina coming, throughout the Gulf, and it's actually getting stronger and stronger just sitting in that water. And, in Louisiana, everybody waits until the storm kind of is about to hit shore to leave to see if it's, a Category 5 or if it's 2. We could wait that one out.
You're used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They throw hurricane parties.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know. Woohoo! So, it's almost ashore and it's a Category 5. So they're like, all right, guys, we got to get on the bus and we'll take out and leave. And so we only packed like a couple days of clothes because we were just going to leave and then come back, not knowing how bad it was going to be of a storm. And we ended up leaving. We went to Jackson, Mississippi, was in Jackson State University. And the storm actually hit New Orleans and then took a turn and hit Jackson, Mississippi. And so I was like, yeah, good job, guys. Good plan of going to Jackson, Mississippi, because we
come to Chicago,
ran right into the storm.
Yeah, I know. But you lost everything.
We lost a lot. And, we were in Jackson State, but we weren't like in dorms. We stayed in the gym where there was no power. There was no running water. There was no lights. We were in the gym on little mattresses, like twin bed mattresses that they had. I think they got them from the garbage. But yeah, there were these dirty mattresses that we were staying in there. The coaches actually had the nerve to make us work out one day because they thought we were going straight back to New Orleans, and you can imagine how smelly that gym.
I hope they threw them away after that.
I think the buses we rode on, they threw them away too. So, we stayed there for, we were stuck there like 3 or 4 days because the storm was, had hit. And, after that, we ended up going and taking the bus to Dallas, where we stayed at the DoubleTree. And that was like the best.
Oh, man.
We were in the DoubleTree after staying on the gym floor for 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
Free cookies.
Free cookies at the DoubleTree.
You can't beat that. And so we stayed there for a little bit. The first game of the season got postponed, and then we had to enroll.
You didn't get any home games because you had no stadium.
We had no stadium. We had to enroll in school. So Louisiana Tech, we ended up enrolling in there and going to school there. They were nice enough to open up this condemned dorm that they were going to knock down. And it was rough. I lived on the 8th floor of that dorm, and there was no elevator. So there was an elevator, but it was like a death trap, so I didn't even trust it. So I had to walk 8 flights every day up and down in between class and in practice. And but I look back and I appreciate the times of doing that because you kind of got close to your teammates, like they were like real brothers. Like we were going through this together. And my best friend, who was my roommate at the time, we got a lot closer and we were able to be, really good friends and, lifelong friends. I got to know his family really well and everything. So, it was a good time being able to have to do that and go through it together and to come out on the positive side. Even though it was a tough season, it didn't go like we wanted it to go. And a lot of stuff back home was messed up. Our houses got messed up and families, were displaced for a long time. So
you literally lost all the stuff in your dorm.
Yeah, I was on the first floor of our dorm, so the water was through the roof on that part. So I lost clothes and TV and all that other stuff. So the material things,
Yeah, you came out okay, but I mean, on the other side of it, the adversity you think helped you grow as a person, helped your team, helped you figure out a little bit more reliance on God at the same point.
Yeah, I had to rely on God a lot. I mean, just a lot of times when you go through trials like that, you kind of question why, and like what's going on, because you can't see. At the end of the tunnel, what's at the end. So, but you got to trust in Him, and I knew that it'll be positive when we come out on the other side of it. So